Hey, FlimsyLunchTray here, and welcome to World of Warships for update 14.7 and the name of tomorrow. So we're going to dive right into this update. It's the big update. It's the 10-year anniversary that will be kicking off here. So we're going to dive into details. As always, you can claim a day of premium from World of Warships. So if you don't have any premium time and you want to wait to claim it till you're going to get on and play, then it's best to do that clicking on news through your port tab window when you've logged into the game. So this update is going to go through on Wednesday for NA and Thursday for EU, and I forget now on Asia what day it goes in. So that being said, let's crack into it. So in the name of tomorrow, starting August 6th through the 17th, meet 3 operations, a narrative campaign, and the new collection to mark 80 years since the end of World War II, claim San Diego, and other rewards. Let's see, so they're paying tribute. You're going to be walking through historically inspired operations and walk through a richly crafted in-game narrative campaign that commemorates key naval events of the war. Complete operation objectives, uncover stories, and earn thematic rewards, including a historical significant ship from the period. Each of these operations is going to be live for 1 week. You'll face off an enemy of bots, so this is a PvE game mode. I'm going to kind of skip through this. It's a lot of reading here. I'll try to get to the updates, more important parts. For the last week of update 14.7 and 2 weeks into the next update, all operations will rotate with expanded restrictions encompassing tier 7 through 9 ships of 10 nations. This will give you enough time to revisit the operations and complete any secondary tasks still on your list while enjoying the fun and challenging battles. Each operation has regular and random secondary tasks, such as staying in darkness for the operation to get stealthy shots, destroying enemy capital ship in a limited time, or reaching target islands before the allied ship. Completing these tasks will earn you stars to progress in the narrative campaign. So it looks like they got 3 pictures here for us. So here we are on shores. It's like a escort mission. Yeah, so honestly, for those of you watching who intend to participate in this, very important, escort the ships. Don't abandon them, okay? Stick with the convoy ships. That's usually the biggest issue with PvE with these operations. And then let's see. Locate and eliminate the destroyers carrying strategic cargo. It's a little red icon. You can see it on the mini-map here as well. Neutralize coastal battery on the first island. And then there's a target island here. So this is sort of like hotspot from the looks of it. The narrative campaign offers a look at the years of World War II from the perspective of American naval officer Robert Adams. Stars earned in operations unlock campaign stages with insightful story content, cinematic videos, and new thematic rewards, including the underwater explosion enemy destruction effect, the triumphant permanent camouflage for Iowa, and 10 skill point commander Robert Adams himself. Progressing through the campaign will also reward you with the new 39-45 Chronicle collection elements and collection achievement upon its completion. Complete the full campaign to earn the event's main reward, being Tier 8 American Light Cruiser San Diego. I think it had SAP and HE. Famous for being the first allied ship in Tokyo Bay following the cessation of hostilities. So, this is your campaign event. So, you can see a lot of episodes here on the right. Here's your collection, the 39 through 45 collections. This looks like some historical pictures. San Diego herself, and the triumphant permanent camouflage for Iowa. Actually pretty nice. Then Robert Adams, we did it patch, and it's like just like a medal or another patch. All right, this is the underwater destruction effect. So basically you can see it starts down low in the Citadel and goes upwards. If you already have San Diego moored in your port, you receive 11,000 doubloons as compensation instead of the ship itself. All captains who complete the campaign will also be given an option to purchase Armory bundles with Missouri at discount, as well as the festive permanent camouflage for her. Purchase Armory bundles with Missouri at a discount. Okay, so you want to complete the campaign to have the option to pick up Missouri if you haven't picked up Missouri already. New thematic content. We did a patch themed triumphant camouflages for the Tier 9 British destroyer, the Barfleur. Is that new? I've not heard of that ship. In Missouri, phosphorus bombs, enemy destruction effect. Wars over permanent container purchasable for victory tokens earned from the campaign, also obtaining for free via various activities. Wars over premium container purchasable for doubloons and real money. You can get the Tier 9 British destroyer, the Barfleur. Tier 7 Soviet battleship, the Arkhangelsk. And the Tier 7 British battleship, the Royal Sovereign, from these containers. The ships also be available for direct purchase in Admiral packs in the Armory and Premium shop. So Tier 9. I'm trying to look at it. It looks like a druid. I don't see a rear turret. I don't see... Well, actually, I don't know what that is. Sort of looks like a druid, but maybe it's just Jutland Hall. Was it Jutland Hall A has the turret in the mid? And Missouri permanent camouflage. United we prevail. That's nice. And there's your phosphorus destruction effect. Alright, 80 years since victory, event pass. Starts August 6th and September 3rd. The event pass in update 14.7 joins the commemoration at the end of World War II and offers some thematic rewards for the occasion. First progression line holds 2 War is Over containers, the 80 years victory flag, and Stormy Sky permanent camouflage for the Tier 8 hybrid American battleship Nebraska as a final reward. So some port slots, 12,000 coal, 1,200 steel, 2 million credits, 32 signal containers, 10 green economic boosters. For even more rewards, to unlock the second progression line for 2,500 balloons, to receive the Traditions of the North permanent camouflage for Scone. As an immediate bonus, after that you can complete levels via missions for 750 doubloons each. Progressing the further along the line will be an underwater explosion, enemy destruction effect, the Grasse. You'll find 2 War is Over premium containers in the second line, as well as Traditions of the North permanent camouflage for the Ulsterland. So let's look closer at this. Alright, then we'll see some port slot to commander, 20,000 free XP, 12,000 coal. Not as much steel. So it seems like you get some blue premium bonus, economic bonuses, so... Yeah. Let's see. What if you already have the Grasse? If you already have the Grasse, you'll get 6.7 million credits. If you have... if you have the permanent camouflage for Osterotland, it's 6.7 million credits. For Nebraska, 5.6 million credits. Or 4.5 million for Scone. And there's the full list of the event rewards if you want to pause the screen. Dockyard Laffey, starting August 6th, ending September 29th. Raise high the Rift Beam construction of Tier 10 destroyer Laffey is getting underway at the Dockyard. An update 14.7 lays the keel of a new ship at the Dockyard. You can add Laffey to your fleet by building her. This is a Sumner class destroyer, American destroyer. She is popular from World War II with Normandy landings and also like surviving kamikaze strikes. I think in the Pacific, yeah, Battle Okinawa. I hopped on just to kind of remind myself because I watched a video by Drakenfell, if I'm saying his name right, I think, or some YouTube content creator who talked about that big AA battle she had in surviving those strikes. So she's a main battery focused destroyer with strong concealment. Well, that's interesting. An improved defensive AA fire consumable, the burst fire mode, Enhanced specialized repair teams, a feature that's seldom seen on U.S. destroyers. The set is topped with a special time-based smoke generator, allowing for a more flexible approach. Among Laffey's downsides are short-range torpedoes, short overall smoke time capacity, modest speed, and a small hit point pool for her tier. However, she has enough firepower and means to support a risky but rewarding gun-focused playstyle, making her a desirable addition to any proud captain's fleet. Alright, so 20 Dockyard phases. I'll do a Dockyard video to give you advice, overview and advice of how to approach Dockyard if you're new to the game or just looking for some helpful advice, going to combat missions, etc. So it looks like you will get 18 of the 20 phases completed via combat missions. You can purchase the individual phases for 3,000 balloons. But there are 2 starter packs to fast-track your progress, a 2-phase and a 6-phaser for 5,000 and 12,500 balloons. So basically, you know, instead of spending 2,000 balloons per phase, when you get to the end, you'll save 1,000 doubloons if you go ahead and get that starter pack. And they're only available until you complete the first 4 phases via combat mission. You know, then if you went 3 times 6, you know, that'd be 18,000 doubloons if you want to get 6 phases. So it's a pretty big discount, but honestly, you only need to spend that much if you're trying to save money and you want to pick up Laffey for her historical accuracy, but also it would be interesting to see how well the ship plays. Let's see. Combat missions will be throughout update 14.7 and most of 14.8, wrapping up actually 2 days before the start of update 14.9. Interesting. I don't know why they wouldn't just let it continue until the start of update 14.9. So basically for us on NA, that would be like Monday. It won't be available when the Dockyard will be removed from your port. Kind of like they give it this like rustic permanent camouflage, like it's been beaten and tattered a little bit. Wonder if she only gets 1 rack of torpedoes then. I haven't looked at the blog for that. 10th anniversary Grand Voyage starting August 6th, ending December 31st. The game's 10th anniversary is on the horizon. Join the reward marathon with doubloons, steel, and a few free GQ Johnny. That's the Johnston premium version, even though they just released that ship not so long ago. Update 14.7 marks the beginning of the massive Grand Voyage event in World Warships. Join us for a multi-update celebration that kicks off now, continues through the anniversary all the way to the new year. Enjoy long-term activities, special missions, of course, plenty of great rewards along the way. So, update 14.7, you'll see the launch of 3 activities, each offering valuable rewards for consistent participation to the end of the year. Namely, you can add Iconic Destroyer GQ Johnny to start your collection for free and earn up to 32,000 Voyage tokens that can be exchanged for doubloons or steel at a 1-for-1 rate. That's right, you can get 32,000 steel or 32,000 doubloons. Welcome bonus lets you earn up to 10,000 Voyage tokens. Log in anytime from the start of the event until the end of November to activate a special series of missions. You can participate in 1 battle per day. To earn 350 Voyage tokens, the welcome mission can be completed up to 24 times. So apparently you can get a ton of Voyage tokens. Having done that, you'll earn a bonus reward of 1,600 Voyage tokens. You have until the end of December to complete the welcome bonus activity, but you don't need to play on 24 consecutive days. Just finish 24 battles on any 24 days at your own pace before the deadline. The daily reward track will run through the entire Grand Voyage event. A battle a day will earn you 150 Voyage tokens, and the more battles you play, the more rewards you'll get, up to 22,000 Voyage tokens just for fighting a single battle daily until the event ends. So try not to miss a single day. So I feel like the way they're swinging this, which I mean, it makes sense from a developer and publisher if you're trying to keep people playing your game consistently, like that's why we have daily rewards, is to get you to be consistent. They probably want to bump possibly the player server count and try to make it more enticing for people to be playing, I'm guessing. Famous Destroyer Johnston, recreated in her battle damaged hull as GQ Johnny, can be yours for free in this long-term activity. During the 10th anniversary Grand Voyage, fight 3 battles per day to get 1 GQ Johnny token. And then fight 2 more battles on that day to get another token. Fill the event progress bar with 180 GQ tokens, and you'll obtain the ship. Progress is non-consecutive, and you can miss some days. Okay, that's good to hear. Just watch out for the timer and calculate your efforts correctly. That said, the fast way to acquire GQ Johnny takes just 90 days by fighting 5 battles per day. Woo! You know, I've got a work trip coming up this fall for like 4 weeks. Yeah, I mean, I could, of course, have my gaming laptop with me, but I'm not going to be playing every day. So, let's see. 90 days? I think I should be okay. But 5 battles per day. Whew. Well. Well. If you already own GQ Johnny and still take the steps to complete the event, you'll receive 10,000 still instead of the ship. Feel like you should probably get a little more, but hey, they're being generous to begin with, so I can't be picky. More to come. Keep your binoculars on the horizon. More official wording regarding the aircraft carriers and aviation update. Man, this is an intense news update. From spotting mechanics to fire building secondaries and squadron changes for aircraft carriers and aviation lands in update 14.7. Okay, I'm going to be like really brief on this as much as I can. So much wording. They're seeking to improve the aircraft carrier and AA mechanics. Development is still ongoing. Naturally, they take forever to do this. They're testing, they're making some small tweaks, and you'll begin to start experiencing now, starting in update 14.7, bringing the following balance and gameplay changes. To align with surface detectability, the mechanics, the detectability by airships on fire has been standardized to increase by 2 kilometers instead of 3. RL planes will get increased spotting range, which they can render ships and planes from 15 to 20 kilometers. So let's say I'm in a destroyer and I'm spotting a Shikishima in right now before update 14.7 hits, and I have a Essex and he's 18 kilometers away. Right now, he wouldn't be able to see Shikishima. But because I can see Shikishima with this update starting 14.7 at 18 kilometers away, he can see it because it's within the 20 kilometer rendering distance. So they're trying to give aircraft players, from my understanding, a little more time to decide how they want to engage and attack, but you know, a lot of time you're supposed to be using your minimap as well as a carrier player. All aircraft except for jet planes will have a shared detectability range of 10 kilometers. Okay, that's good. Maximum base detectability range by air will be set at 10 kilometers for all ships replacing any previous values higher than 10 kilometers. The change will lower the frequency being spotted from air for battleships, large cruisers, and carriers. So, battleships and cruisers, particularly, yeah, battle cruisers win massive on this. So, like, you're talking Stalingrad, the Japanese battleships, the Soviet battleships, massive W for those larger battle cruisers. So you won't get coincidentally spotted perhaps as much. So that's nice. And of course, carriers are going to get that buff too. Ships no longer have increased detectability by air after firing main body guns. Actually, really nice. Because sometimes I wouldn't fire my guns if there was I saw a CV coming because I needed to wait for my heal to come off cooldown or whatever. And I didn't want to get instantly struck again after maybe my DCP was down. All aircraft carriers with secondary guns will have access to manually control them. When under direct player control, the secondary batteries will have an adjusted range of accuracy in real time due to balance considerations. So it's like, I think you press one of the number keys, I think default keys. Yeah, I think it's here. You can see it. Press 4, and then you can manually control your secondaries like the lightning is being shot here. So that's like, it's also the new gimmick that was a newer German cruiser line's getting, if I recall correctly. Carrier secondary guns are being standardized. Additionally, some of the ships are getting adjustments to real-time shell directories to ensure overall consistency and comfort in the manual mode. Aircraft carrier fires will have longer durations but reduce fire damage per second. At the same time, damage control for carriers will have a shorter cooldown and duration. Overall, carriers' fire resistance has been improved to be in line with high-tier battleships, so that's nice. I think the damage per second went from was it like 1 to like 0.33 or something like that? I don't remember. Ships will be able to restore the same percentage of HP lost to aerial and submarine acoustic torpedoes, regardless of whether they were hit in the hull or citadel. This way, aerial and acoustic torpedoes will remain a less risky and easier to use weapon than ship-based or non-guided submarine torpedoes in exchange for lower potential damage. Alright, so that's still ongoing. Early access to American destroyers continues. I just picked up the Hughes, 2 days ago. Let's see, in update 14.7, you can get American tokens from random bundles with doubloons. These bundles also have a great way to obtain Sherman or Tennessee. Some other stuff. Unused tokens starting update 14.8 will be 1 token credited in exchange for 15,000 credits, because they'll take American tokens away at the start of update 14.8. Armory, new ship. We are getting the Admiral Laffey. Basically, a fast hybrid cruiser. So we're getting more hybrid ships in the game of World of Warships, you know, also known as World of Warplanes at this point. Be available for 31,000 steel. So you can read more about that there. I don't want to get into it right now. I'm trying to be time sensitive. Content rarity expanded to the Armory and Captain's Logbook. The new content rarity system grades ships, camouflage, enemy destruction effects, and potentially other items in the future, providing a more intuitive understanding of the level of effort needed to acquire content and assess its exclusivity. The grades are common, uncommon, rare, epic, and legendary. This is going to be expanded to the Armory and content descriptions through color coding. We've added a filter to easily sort items based on rarity. This system has also been implemented for container barge rewards, allowing you to appraise the rewards you receive. Your Captain's Logbook now also has a system with a new filter added as well. So here you're in the Armory looking for ships, so you can see content rarity. Containers received. You can see here it has the green, so it's like I think like a common ship. This is not tech tree, which would be uncommon. You can see ships you've collected, and so you can see there's a lot of different options here with the colors. So, Brawls. First Brawl starts August 11th. Brawl 1, 3v3, tier 7 ships. No more than 2 cruisers, no destroyers in the team, division up to 3 players. So apparently, yeah, tier 7. So cruisers and battleships, okay. Brawl 2, 3v3, tier 9 ships, no more than 2 battleships, 2 cruisers, 2 destroyers per team, division of 3 players. Brawl 3, 2v2, tier 10 ships, no more than 1 battleship, 1 cruiser per team, no aircraft carriers and submarines in the team, division of 2 players. So that's actually nice to see. Game balance changes. We're tuning the balance of certain ships based on our analysis of their combat effectiveness. Player feedback, you'll find details of these changes in our development blog publication. I think it was a pretty big one. Yeah, you'll have the link to this in the article, or this update in below for NAAU, so you can click on that and go look at it. I don't want to drag this video out, it's already 23 minutes. Content additions and changes, the Abon Festival flag. New ships that are ending for testing, Narai, Bridgeport, Indiana. I'm from Indiana, so I'm super excited about that. Ocean added for testing. The 9th anniversary gift container is getting a name change and refresh contents from update 14.8. You can check out what has changed over on our development blog publication. Yeah. Also there to read other changes, fix textures for Tashkent, Jikujani, Salmon, Thrasher, Delny. Fix a bug that incorrectly set. Veneto's gun mount armor plating in port is now also correctly set to 15mm. Added default permanent camouflages for Takahashi and Tirpitz BA versions. Fix a bug that caused aircraft carrier bots to not use their secondary battery guns against enemies in proximity. Fix a bug that caused Osborne to have no permanent camouflage set as default. Then they have a whole list here. So overall, probably I'd just say in general, like, really good update. You know, a lot of the players in World of Warships, I would say, even veteran players, look forward towards the anniversary events and the Christmas events, because naturally you're going to be able to earn a lot of things for free. So, you know, of course, good on wargaming. It looks like kind of this, what they want in exchange is for people to be playing consistently throughout the event in order to obtain these rewards. So if you're gonna get all these rewards, then they just want a little bit of participation. So makes sense. So let me know your thoughts on these updates in the comments below. If you liked this video, give a thumbs up. If you didn't, give a thumbs down. Subscribe if you do want to see more. If you subscribe, thanks so much. I appreciate it. Thank you to our patrons and supporters. Until next time, take care.